It's Brainwash Production Tom and Guitar Picks with Cyril Lance. Django Reinhardt Swing Guitars.
Yeah, Django. Everybody knows Django. Some of these folks are, you know, kind of obvious to any guitar player. I just have always been real turned. It's similar to Benny Goodman, that same era of just these people who swung like crazy. But Django, to me, is an inspiration because he's still, to me, one of the best guitar players. I mean, nobody can touch him as far as I'm concerned. Mm-hmm. And his technique, his melody, his sense of humor, his sense of time. I mean, his playing to now is as fresh now as it was, what, 60, 70 years ago. Mm-hmm. And so he was so far ahead of his time, and he played with, you know, this crippled, deformed hand, mm-hmm. you know. So I think he's kind of and it's so much soul, you know, so much just beautiful soul. Yeah, and so he developed, but I mean, he plays faster and quicker than just about anybody, and all these huge arpeggios, but he developed all these cool things. Little phrases that I think came out of playing these two-finger things. I can't do it on this guitar, but you know, little things that were just really indicative of this two-finger technique. And so I don't know, Django he's the best. And Stephen Grappelli, the violinist he played with, is featured on this too. Just again, just the best swinging musicians. So I just love their stuff. And it's cool, you know, as I learned more about that music, they did their music with very basic, you know, harmonies like. You know, just real like these chunky stuff and these crappy instruments, which this one is probably in there. But they didn't have any like this advanced harmonies or, you know, all that stuff came later. But harmonically, so they just played, you know, this very straight chords. But he managed to put all this more advanced harmony on top of it, and you know, they've had, you know, stuff, that really cool stuff. So Django, he's just great. And another person in that era who's equally as important, but I had to choose, is Charlie Christian, who was Benny Goodman's guitar player. Yeah. And Charlie Christian is really credited with creating the single line guitar solo, and that was really important development. Primarily before that, guitars had been rhythm instruments, and because I never played rhythm guitar, I always just learned to play along with records, and I just played my little melodies. So I think I was always drawn to melodic guitar players, and so Charlie Christian certainly should be in there too if we had 40 guitar picks.
Maybe for a second show we'll see how's that.
That's right.